Hi everyone, and welcome to my 24 days of Vlogmas. In today's video, I wanted to share with y'all this story that is kind of depressing for my husband, but you know, it ended up working out. We're now married. As you can see by the title, this is going to be how I totally ruined his proposal. Sorry, honey, I didn't know. I didn't mean to. My bad. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below if you want to stick around for more videos. So let's just get into it. So to give you all some background information, we're from Texas. We live in California, but we were going to Texas for the holidays, so that is where my husband wanted to propose. He ended up not being able to find a ring he liked for me, so he got this custom made in Florida. So we had to, I wasn't a part of this process. So he had to pick out the diamond in California at our jeweler here and ship it to Florida, and then they were gonna ship it back. But they weren't shipping it back in time, so they ended up shipping it to Texas, where my dad received it at my parents' house. So when my husband got in town, that's how he got it. My dad was like a part of the whole behind-the-scenes process to this proposal. He's the only one who knew about it, other than my husband, obviously. So because my husband knows me so well, he knows that I am obsessed with Christmas spirit. I love Christmas lights and the nutcracker and everything. I love Christmas decorations, all of it. So every year in my hometown there is this one little neighborhood that does what's called Candy Cane Lane, and you drive through it, and I've been going to it every year since like I was born. I'm so obsessed with it. I think it's so fun. It's really crowded now, but I still like it. You know, I've been doing it for years. So what you do is you just take your car and you just drive through the neighborhood, and there's all these pretty lights. So that's what everyone knows you do. But it's blown up in the last few years, so all these people that like are new to it and haven't been going for that long, they go and walk it. And so that's important. So what happens is my husband, my dad, my mom, and I get in a car. And my mom has no clue either. My husband and my dad are in the front seat of the car, and me and my mom are in the back seat. And we're like freezing cold, like, you know, we're in Texas. We don't do the cold. So we have a jacket on, a blanket on, we both have hot cocoa, we're bundled up, and my dad's over here peeing his pants in the front seat, and my husband is over here like probably peeing his pants as well. Like they were both freaking out, I'm sure. And of course, like the ring's in his pocket, and my dad was gonna like hop out and take the picture of when he does it. Looking back, I clearly couldn't catch a hint, but the entire time we're driving through Candy Cane Lane, my husband and my dad are like, oh, we should get out. Oh, we should go look at this. Oh, look at those lights. Let's get out. Let's take a picture. Like they were doing everything in their power to get my mom and I out of the car, especially me, because yeah, he's proposing to me, obviously. And literally, we would not get out of the car. And I kind of blame my dad on that, to be honest, because if he knew better, he would know that we never get out of the car when we go to Candy Cane Lane. We're not the newbies that you know, walk it, because it's too cold. We ride in the car every year. So basically, for 20 minutes straight, my husband and my dad are trying to devise this evil genius plan to get us out of the car. Well, because we're stubborn women, we never got out of the car. I totally ruined my husband's proposal because it was way too cold, and he clearly didn't know this girl very well, because if he did, you would know that I don't do the cold, and I consider anything under 70 to be freezing cold. So that is basically how I messed up the proposal, but I did want to share with y'all how the proposal actually went down, because not very many people know this story, and I don't know, I think it's unique and it's sentimental to me, I guess. It gives me all tangled feelings, you know, just warms my heart. So the next day, since I failed on the first day, my husband has the duty of preparing the turkey, because my husband is the greatest cook on earth. Basically, my husband is cooking the turkey at my sister's house, and my sister's like touring, doing all of her other Christmases for other family members, like her husband's family people. So her house is empty, and my mom's taking a nap at home, my dad's at home, and Tim's like, oh, do you want to come with me to check on the turkey that he's like fixing in the oven or something? I don't know, cooking terminology. And so I go, and we both agreed that we would no longer buy more Christmas presents for each other, because we did our Christmas in California already, like with each other, like each other's gifts. So basically we're both in the kitchen, and he tells me he gets me this one other present, and I'm like so annoyed that he got another present for me because I didn't get another one for him. And he's like, turn around and I'll give you a present. So I turn around and close my eyes, and he's like, okay, turn around. And he takes this little guy, out of his little, that's not little, you know, he got that good taste. But I got a little finger size, so he takes this out of his pocket, and he's like, hey, this is what I got for you. And I was just like, first off, I'm blind if you didn't know. And in my head, I was like, there's no way that's a real ring. I was so confused, like, with the way he just was like, hey, this is what I got you. And I just looked at it, and in my head I thought, that looks like an engagement ring. But in my head I also thought, that rock's really big. I don't think that's real. Because my husband's really cheap if you didn't know. He just like was like, do you want it? And I was like, I'm confused. Like, I was like kind of dancing around and very confused at the same time and emotional. And in that moment, I clearly knew what he was about to do. And he was like, do I have to get down on one knee? And I looked at him like, are you kidding me? He has bad knees, by the way. And he gets down on one knee. His knee pops. I felt so bad because I told him to get down on one knee and his knee popped because it's all messed up. And I was like, no, 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 get up, get up, get up. So he did the thing and was like, will you marry me? And I was like, yeah. So then he put it on my finger like this. And it fit perfectly. We never had to get it sized because he knew my size. And yeah, now we lived happily ever after. We ended up waiting like a year and a half to get married, which was perfect. I wanted to wait 2 years, but a situation happened. If you've been following along, you know the situation. Pretty serious. So yeah, now we're married and I'm very, very happy and I'm a lucky lady. But man, it took a minute to get there because I had to mess up the proposal and then he ended up just doing it casually, which I personally prefer. I know a lot of people like to propose in front of like all their family and friends, but to be honest, my husband and I are kind of like on our own little journey in California by ourselves. We do have some family and friends here, but that moment was so important that it was just Tim and I, or maybe Tim, I, and our parents, not like a huge ordeal because like we have a very private journey together in, you know, conquering California and all that. So I didn't think we needed to involve all these other people. So he did a great job. And I did tell him one time that I didn't want like a big party for the engagement or anything like crazy. So anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and stay tuned for tomorrow's Vlogmas video. I'll see y'all next time. Bye!